Welcome to the Steckline Report, everybody. Nice to have you aboard. But we're going to talk about some bad things here in a minute and some good things. So stay tuned. I've got a special guest.
Every father would like to have their son farm with them and grandson and continue to farm. It's kind of a legacy, I guess. And then my dad was a farmer, and then, of course, then I am and my son. So actually, Jackson, would be the fifth generation from my grandfather. It's going to be key for us to have American Ag Credit. It's a long-term partnership with them is what it is.
Our special guest today is Greg Reno, American Ag Credit. He runs the section around Kansas. Tell me the area, Greg.
Larry, right now I'm responsible for Kansas and Oklahoma, all of our lending, insurance operations here in Kansas and Oklahoma. After the first of the year, I'm going to add Colorado and Nevada to that responsibility, so we'll get a few more airline miles in.
Well, don't forget those, what do you call them, those free deals that you get, because the longer you fly, the more you can go free.
I thought you were talking about the peanuts they used to give out.
No, they still do that, but only on special flights now.
Yeah, the flight to Denver is not a special flight.
Well, I got to tell you, Greg, I've got some cattle that I need to sell, some calves that I've raised, and they're weighing 5.5 to 6.5, and I've been wanting to sell them here for the last week or two, and every time I look at the market, it's down another $3. This is the sickest I've seen the cattle market in a long, long time. The grain market's been sick for a long time. That has to raise some major concerns to you folks that are loaning to us old boys that are dumb enough to borrow.
Certainly, Larry, when you think about the trend that we've seen in the cattle market right now, it's been a very difficult trend. It's been going back, as you said, for a number of weeks now. The thing we have to keep in mind is look at the absolute price level, though, and compare that to where we've been over the last 20 years. It's still an awfully good price when you compare it over a long-term perspective. Now, if you bought those cattle 90 days ago and paid $240, $250 for them, you're not feeling real good right now, are you?
You've got some customers who did that probably.
Absolutely. When you think about what we do in this part of the country, we buy light calves in the fall. We have rain. We have good wheat pasture. And so those folks have got a lot of money wrapped up in some cattle, and the market's not been very kind to them.
Okay, so give us a little insight. It's great as a guy that wants to borrow money for things like this to hear from the guy that's going to loan him the money. What are you looking for? Let's just make it. I want to borrow $200,000-$300,000 here to buy a bunch of cattle. What are you looking for? Well,
Larry, one of the first things we're going to ask our customers is, what's your risk management plan? And a lot of times people look at us and kind of scratch their head and, I really don't have one. Given them the amount of money that's on the line today, we ask everybody what their risk management strategy is. Are they using hedging? Are they using forward contracting? What are they doing to minimize the amount of risk that their operation might take if the market continued to move against them?
Is the futures market such that we can hedge right now and make it work?
I'm not sure you could hedge today and make a profit. There are some things with forward contracting and different strategies that people use to minimize that risk.
Do you have some loans that are some concern to you, a lot of them or a few of them, or just one or two? Kind of what's the state of it?
Larry, when you look at the portfolio overall, it continues to be a very high-quality portfolio. Certainly there is risk building in agriculture. We understand that. We read the press just like everybody else does about increasing loan demand for agriculture. Net farm income is declining. We understand that. But we also understand that agriculture cycles, and that's why we're here.
So, if a guy wants to borrow some money, he might have to go through a few more steps, but you're still available to talk the deal over.
We loan money every day, Larry.
Okay, so agriculture is still a great place to be, friends, and I hope you think the Steckline Report is. We'll see you next time around.